Hi Virgo, welcome to your relationship forecast for this month. Looks like both of you are actually going to go through some major changes this month. You want to move to a new house while your partner is looking for, like he wants to just move into a new place, new city, new area, or something that is actually really brand new everything. But then you can't seem to understand each other, or you can't seem to meet somewhere in the middle because you can't just leave your job, or you can't just change your job because it's so hard to find one right now nowadays, and you feel like your partner is kind of being unrealistic. I mean, I feel like there is something that he isn't really telling you why he is suggesting you this, but then I feel like you need to just get down to the bottom of it and try to understand each other's points. Okay? Um, you already have an instinct, but then you're just trying to shrug it off or brush it off. You don't want to get caught up with the all those oblivious ideas and suspicions and hunches, but then later on at the end of the month, it will actually become even more obvious. The two of you used to be happy together, but then the problem is there's always that something gets in the way of your relationship, or something gets in the way between the two of you. He is a little bit sneaky and he's not really telling you everything, while your relationship is always on top of everything. So it's kind of unfair because you're both is kind of like lopsiding on the side, and it's not fair, you know? Um, you want to talk things out first before making a final decision, because I feel like even though at this point, on the other hand, you are still the breadwinner, or you are actually earning more than your partner. Okay. Um, you don't want to just move into a new place or to a new city, new area, which is you're not really sure whether you'll be financially stable or not, because you're afraid that what if you're going to go through some rough times again? What if you have to rely to him? Or what if you need to go back to that place again? You only want to move to a new house because that house for you is already tiny and you want to upgrade, you want to take up to the next level, or you want to just, make some changes, have a comfortable living, while your partner is kind of thinking of, let's move to a new place or new city. I don't want to be here anymore, without even considering your situation or your condition or the your job at this moment. Um, your relationship matters a lot to you, and you're always thinking about how your partner would feel, what will your partner make be happy, or you know, it's always about your relationship. But then what about the finances? What about, the other situations? What about the other factors that you need to take consider of? Especially your job. That you're kind of starting something, and I feel like you will also be getting a promotion or an increase real soon. You cannot just risk it. And you cannot just give up and just move to a new place and just leave it all behind. Of course, there are some things that you need to consider, and you need to think long and hard about. And you're gonna ask for the advice of an older male family relative, which is, I feel like it's your father. While your partner is actually looking for some, like, a change of surroundings, he also wants to be successful on his own, and he feels like with the place, state, city, or area that he's thinking about right now, where the two of you could actually go, is somewhere where he can apply his education and his experiences. But just think long and hard about that if it's really practical to do so. Otherwise, you can just let him go to the other area or to the other city on his own. Which is that is what's gonna happen by the end of this month. That he will just go on his own and he will just try to prove to you that it's much better there. I feel like there will be a temporary suspension or temporary separation. I'm not saying that you're gonna break up, but he will try to stretch out a point that you should go there because it's much better there, and he is there. Since that you already gave him the confidence that you will follow wherever he goes. It's unfair. Now, I also feel like he just wanted to get close to a female relative, older female relative, which is I feel like more likely a mother. You know, because you're actually close to your father, so he wants to get close. He wants to get close to his mother or to an older sister, more of. So you're gonna think like, what is he really up to? You know, this is more likely that he's just forming some allies, and you don't really want it to make a brand new beginning. This is not yet. This is actually not the right time for you to make to withdraw from your job, cut things off from your job, or to even resign from your job because your career is about to boost, go up, and you're gonna be earning recognition around November. And even if your partner would go somewhere to the other city, you know that he is the only one for you and he is your soulmate. And he will end up coming back to you. So just let him go for now. He's just being stubborn, he's just being childish. That just because that he couldn't really get whatever he want, then he will just, act like this and try to manipulate you that you have to leave your job even to the extent of risking it. At this point, I feel like you're the breadwinner of your relationship or your family, so don't really bother listening to him. He's gonna come back to you. Also, there's an air sign woman that is kind of lying to you and betraying you. Uh, I also feel like anytime soon before the period of Leo ends, you'll be buying something that is really, really gonna make you happy and really proud. Mm, you also want to prepare a gift or a surprise for an upcoming party, birthday celebration, gathering, event, or um, occasion. But then it's gonna break your partner's heart because instead of focusing on your problem, you're kind of busy making other people happy. I really find him really selfish. You will try to find the strength and you will try to be strong in this situation because even though your partner is being such a pain in the ass at this moment, you'll just try to focus on your work and, try to be even more productive. I also feel like you'll be staying longer hours in your office, which will cause more suspicion from your partner that you're kind of doing something. So I expect that he will be dropping by to your office unexpectedly at an odd time. Well, you wanted to leave. There's a part of you who would just want to walk away from this relationship, but then you know that there are a lot of things to consider. And you would just try and prefer to ask him for a getaway holiday, or chances are you're the only one who will only be spending your holidays because there will be a big rift and big misunderstandings that's going to happen to both of you this month. Okay? Let's take a look at your sexual relationship reading. Okay, it seems like you have a very stubborn partner, Virgo. Alrighty. You know, one thing, there's someone is coming your way during your temporary suspension or temporary separation, okay? I also feel like you've already forgotten how it is to have fun, party, and how it is to seduce and to, act like you are lovers. And you actually love doing it while you are on the move or while you're either inside a plane or inside a car. You're pretty much vain and you love being wooed, being worshipped. One of you is also very green when it comes to styles and when it comes to doing it. So I feel like your partner couldn't really get or, doesn't really arouse you the way he used to or the way he is supposed to. You're looking for some more actions, more thrill, more excitement, and more more adventure when it comes to your sex life. Uh, there's also someone that you're kind of fancying. And sometimes you're sulking because it's like you're so on it and you're so in the mood, but then he's always in the wrong timing, you know? It's like he's gonna say a joke that is not even funny, it's even more offensive, and when you're already in the mood, it's like, oh my god, I'm okay. I'm not in the mood anymore. Why do you have to say that right in the middle of this? And then the other is actually thinking that you're having an affair, or that you're really pulling away from him because of someone else, and then he will try to woo you. He will try to, he wants to do it outside, or he wants to take you somewhere. And I feel like you also need to remain grounded when it comes to your expectations from each other. He is actually very much in love with you, but then he loves to make some changes. He also fancies someone when or he does some, he actually plays some fantasy inside his mind just to get turned on, or just to get it on. And your sexual relationship is full of transformation or transition, and you should know how to. He loves being teased and seduced, and he loves to wake you up, especially when you're actually resting, like to disturb you right in the middle of your sleep, or right in the middle of you resting. He also loves doing it from behind, which is, I feel like you are not really in favor of doing it from behind. Now, you have a very stubborn partner that if ever that he couldn't really get what he want, then he will just take off and be with the, some other women, but not actually for a relationship, or not to fall in love with, but just to massage his own ego, and just to get back at you for ignoring his needs. And he's gonna think like, I've had enough, and I'm gonna take off. Fine, I'll leave you with your lover. Um, He feels like you're kind of seeing someone else, or that's the reason why you're being so withdrawn, or that's the reason why you don't want to leave that place that you're in, or you don't want to move away from another city. He's so jealous of someone around you right now. That's also part of the reason why he wants to move to a new place, and he wants to take you away from your current job, or from your current situation or current work right now. Which is it's just all hunches, you know? Well, he feels like there's a party of three, and if ever that he couldn't really cut you off from your job, or from whatever it is that he's been so jealous of from your work, then he's just gonna take off and leave it all behind. Which is, I don't really feel like it. This is what's gonna happen, but you two need to separate for the meanwhile, and you need to miss each other for you to reflect in your own actions, and for you to realize that you should only need to communicate, and you need to verbalize your emotions towards each other, so that you can understand what is it that is actually gone missing, and what had gone wrong between the two of you. You're so in love with each other. You're actually too obsessed with each other. But then whatever you want in bed, that is something that he couldn't really get, and you don't really want to say that, touch me here, this is what I want, this is the position that I want to do it, and blah 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 blah. So, there are some things that you need to discuss, and you need to be more open about, especially when it comes to sex, because he is so jealous, he's so immature, and he is so overly sensitive because he loves you that much. All right? Anyway, that's it for you for this month, Virgo. If you want to have more personalized readings, go and visit me at my website at sophiaangel.net. Blessings.